Welcome back, the Amazing Survivors podcast with
Tron and
Tremaine.
So this episode, we're breaking down The Amazing Race, episode 4.
Oh yeah, season 36.
Season 36. They're in Medellin, Colombia.
God, you say that so nice.
Thank you. I watched a lot of Narcos.
I'm like, Medellin?
Medellin?
Is this like a combination of Spanish and Italian going in?
Or Medellin, depending on your accent and where you're from.
Yes.
Anyways, great episode. I actually really liked it.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was a fun one. Starts out with them paragliding or whatever.
Yeah, the paragliding.
I don't know why.
In northwest Medellin.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Have you ever seen them do an activity before a leg of a race?
Not really. It was kind of a weird thing. I'm like, why are they doing this? Also, is it optional? Because I don't remember them showing double dutch, and I don't think he would have done it.
No, he did it.
He did?
He freaking loved it.
I must have missed that.
Yeah, it was at the beginning, but he somehow got over his fear of heights, and he said it was beautiful. He loved it.
Wow. Good job, Sean.
He couldn't believe he did it, but he had a great time. And so I've just never seen him do that before.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, why are we doing this?
And all the teasers, they make it look like it's part of
like a detour or a roadblock or something, but it wasn't. It was just a random
Got us on that one.
Yeah. So just maybe they're just like, hey, you guys earned some fun time. Just have fun with this.
We're just gonna give you an experience. Why not?
But so the detour. We either are breakdancing.
Oh wait. So
sorry.
Just real quick.
Yeah.
They go from the paragliding place. They get their clue, and then they have to go into.
Right.
It's called Comuna 13.
Okay.
Which is kind of like, as far as I could tell, kind of like Western Medellin, and they're in like Northwest.
Okay.
And it's about 45 minutes to an hour away in the taxi.
Okay. Which is huge because you could get a crappy taxi. Traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the top two teams, Ricky and Cesar, and then Amber and Vinny, they get to start first, and they have a 15-minute lead on the next group.
Gotcha.
All right. And then that group has another 15 minutes on the final ones. So,
which can be pretty big.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know what it is, but Ricky and Cesar, they're not just taking that 15 minutes. They're making it like an hour ahead.
Yeah.
They are crushing it.
100%. They're like, they're just taking that time and just multiplying it. So,
it was impressive.
They're wizards. So,
I love it.
Yeah,
I think I'm really scared because I did not pick you to go super far.
Yeah, but like, I think out of all the teams, they are the smartest team.
Oh, they're the smartest. They work so well together.
And it is a big help that they're like very fluent in Spanish as well. Like, but man, they're smart. We'll get to some stuff a little bit.
And I love what they're doing. They're just doing so good.
Yeah. So
okay, sorry.
So then we get to the detour. And they get to choose.
Oh wait, I have to stop you again.
Yeah.
They're in this place. That clue box looks like it was way out of the way.
Oh yeah. Everyone's like, where is it?
Because they say it's like at the base of the escalators.
Yeah.
And Grandma and Angie and Danny, it looked like they took a while up and down trying to find that.
Yeah, it seemed a little.
And it's like, is it over by like the trash can behind the McDonald's? Yeah, it was not just right at the base.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and that's probably because it looked a little congested, and it's probably easier for camera equipment to
this whole area seemed very congested with people, like more so than like anywhere they've been.
Yeah, for sure.
And and I like, so they get the clue and they got to go up the escalators, and I love on the clue it's like, do not walk or run on the escalators. So they just have to like sit there and like go up.
And I wonder why that is.
I don't know, maybe like
if you run, the escalator's gonna break down, maybe?
I don't know, maybe it was just like a safety thing, or with all the people, they don't want them like pushing through everyone. I don't know.
That's fair.
But they had to choose between either doing learning a breakdance routine and doing that with a little crew there, or there's all these murals, and I can't remember what they're called, but each, like a bunch of these murals have a little picture on it, and you have to decipher it. So it says like TH plus E, so the, and then like a picture of the world. So you gotta like decipher what that says and then tell the artist to get your next clue. Which one are you choosing?
Well, I feel like I'm actually pretty good at dancing because it was very similar to like line dancing. And so I feel like I could have picked that up pretty quick, and it's only 30 seconds. I could do that fairly well. But I don't think that's the choice. Like that mural one, I didn't think it was that hard.
I thought it was so easy.
And
Ricky and Caesar thought it was too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they were through. Now
I for sure would have chosen the art one. That's just, that type of thing is just more in my wheelhouse. I'm a little less comfortable with breakdancing, blah, blah, blah. So I think I would have been an easy decision for me to
totally. And I feel like I could have gone with, like, if we're doing it, I would go with you. I'm like, cool, let's run through this. Because it really didn't look like it was super far away. It looked like they had to go up more steps for the breakdancing, which was like, oh my gosh. And they're always sweating their biscuits out.
Right. So we get to the art puzzle. Ricky and Caesar are ahead of everyone by miles. They're going through it. I just loved it. So it's basically, the answer was the world is smaller than you think.
Yeah.
Seemed pretty obvious. Their first guess was the world is bigger than your evil thoughts. And I was like, what the heck? You guys...
How did you get evil thoughts?
But like the funniest part is like that wasn't even the worst guess I heard during this whole thing.
Gosh.
Those firefighter girls were
Sunny
terrible.
And busy.
So bad.
So bad. And
oh,
man.
But it didn't seem hard. It didn't. And like the good thing, like Ricky and Caesar, no one else was there in line, so they could just keep firing off guesses.
Yeah, and no one's there.
Like lot, like most of them, they just kept firing off answers. So
which made it super easy.
Yeah,
that you didn't have to go back and come back and go back and go. So yeah, I think it was very, for like puzzles, like that's pretty simple. And it looks like the physical challenges, for the most part, outside of like the balloon one, the physical challenges are going to take you way longer than these puzzles. Yeah. Like the memorizing the luchadors, this puzzle. Yeah. I feel like the puzzles right now are the way to go.
Yeah, it's a bit lopsided.
If you can do well at puzzles, you can build a quick lead and just crush everybody.
But it was pretty split. People going to the puzzles versus going to the breakdancing. The dancing, like you said, didn't look terrible. I loved it because Rod and they were like running to it, and he's like talking a big game about dancing, how he used to break dance. He's like, just give me a piece of cardboard, we got this. And then he struggled on it.
He struggled so hard. And he would be so surprised he didn't get it every time. What?
Yeah.
No.
It was killing me.
Oh my gosh.
It was so funny.
These guys.
I loved it.
Oh, freaking hilarious. I can see why they put him on. He's a big personality.
Yeah. And then during this is where we saw like the little teaser as well, with Vinny just yelling at Amber, like, I need you to go faster, hurry up. So they were kind of like struggling like that, but not like actually struggling. From the edit, it looked like they were doing fine. He's just like, hurry up. Yeah. And so, I don't know.
She has a little breakdown in the car.
Yeah.
I think eventually he's like, okay, sorry, I gotta keep you in mind. But it's funny because they have one bag.
Yeah, I noticed that. The bag, I actually wrote
and
that
she's
down.
Just running.
Yeah.
And I'm like, chick.
Yeah. I was wondering that, I'm like, where is her bag? Because Ricky and Caesar, they have two bags, but usually one of them's carrying both, like one on the front, one on the back. But like theirs, I was like, she does not have a bag. She doesn't have a bag,
and
like,
they're just running.
What?
Personally, for me, I feel like, you know what I would do? I'm gonna pack 3 shirts.
Yeah. I'm
gonna pack 2 pairs of shorts.
Yeah.
And some sweats, and then like a winter coat. And gloves and hat.
Yeah, just like a puffy coat that you can squish down
scrunch in. And that's pretty much all I'm taking. I'm not even taking deodorant.
Yeah, let's go.
I'll take a toothbrush and some toothpaste.
Please,
but outside of that...
Please take deodorant if we're on the race.
But I feel like oh, maybe that's the way to do it. Like, if we did that,
Yeah.
I'll take the bag and we'll run.
To be fair, I don't know if they have like a packing list of like you need this, this, and this, or like what's optional, what I don't know. But it seems like you could probably get by with like less than a lot of the teams are taking.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
Because I also feel like, yeah, they probably don't know where they're going.
Yeah.
But, man, all these South American countries, it's going to be toasty warm.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even need a coat.
I'd imagine that they told them like not to bring like a heavy coat or anything. I don't know.
Well, they do end up in Philadelphia at the end, and it's going to be, it would have been November, so that could have been a little chilly.
Right.
So, but
who knows?
Yeah.
So people struggled on both.
Yeah. Yeah. Some more than others.
Some more than others.
Sunny and busy. Woo!
Yeah. They dropped so many places there.
So quick.
That was
so quick.
Nuts.
But they eventually all, like Sunny and busy.
They all finished.
They switched detours because they were not even close to getting that puzzle.
Yeah. No, they weren't.
So it's probably a good thing they did switch.
This is what I was saying about Ricky and Caesar. It shows them in the taxi going from this detour to the roadblock. Mm-hmm. And one of them was like, I don't really know which one's which. I haven't paid that close of attention.
Caesar, he's got the dark hair.
Okay.
And he's got the accent.
Gotcha.
More of an accent.
So I think it was him. They're talking about, hey, we've got a long taxi ride. So I just got the phone from the driver, and I'm just looking up, like, sculptures, art, whatever's around this area. And I was like, dude, that is so smart. So he's looking at all this stuff, really, like, learning everything there is about where they're going before they get there.
Yeah, they are on top of it.
Yeah.
Because it looked like traffic was at a standstill. Yeah. And so they had time. And going from Comuna 13 to Botera Plaza, it's about 7.1 kilometers, and it's about 25 minutes by taxi or so.
Yeah.
Depending on traffic, of course. It might have been even longer.
Yeah.
Juan and Shane have a taxi driver, and he's going around the traffic trying to get them there a little bit quicker.
Which is always risky. It's hard. Traffic is a tough thing on the race because you never know.
It can make or break you.
Yeah.
And so, but they go to this plaza. It says, "Who's feeling artsy?" Mm-hmm. And so they have this really cool building, checkered building, just right there. And then they have this board where they got to put the right sculptures and the names of it on the pins.
Yeah, there's dozens of sculptures up and down the sidewalks. They've got pins on the map, on the board, and they have 12 tiles of sculptures. So they have to look at the name, find where the sculpture is, put that name on the board where that sculpture is for all 12 of them. Yeah. This one was so hard for me to watch because not to like sound arrogant or whatever, to toot my own horn, I am so good with maps, and I have no idea how literally half of the teams, looked at this map. One of the teams, who was it? I think I wrote it down here. One of them,
Cousins?
No, Shalisa said, "Where's a map? Where's a map?" I'm like, the board is the map. What are you talking about? Like, and it was super clear. Like, one of the buildings on the map had checkers on it.
It was right in front of them.
And people are like, "That's the museum." I'm like, "No, it's a checkered building that's on your map." I was like losing my mind with these teams.
So frustrating to watch.
So bad. But like, I was like, Ricky, Caesar, they did great. A few of the teams crushed it. And I think this would help to like know Spanish, right? Because all the names of the sculptures were in Spanish. And so it would be a little easier.
Well, I feel like I'm going to toot my horn because I would have killed that.
Yeah.
Because not only is the board the map, and you have this checkered building in front of you, you have these two massive yellow circles that you can use as as like markers.
Yeah, reference points.
Total reference points. And I would have absolutely slayed it. I wouldn't have even looked at the tiles. I would have totally just got, okay, these are the ones I'm looking at. Cool. I'm going to run to these ones. I'm going to see what that name is. And I'm coming back. Because I don't think it was, okay, maybe it's a quarter mile at the very farthest.
It was right there.
Oh my gosh. So I'm going to run to the end, get the first two, come back, bam, 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 bam. I would.
Yeah,
It would be
you
so
don't even
quick.
need to memorize it, which I would have easily memorized it because I'm good at memorizing too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you're saying, just run, look at the back two. Okay, boom, and just keep doing that.
Yeah, I would have.
This challenge seems so easy, and it was so hard for so many teams.
Oh my gosh! And that is a saving grace for Sunny and Busy.
Yeah,
because they are so far behind.
They are so
behind
far.
Double Dutch and the cousins.
Oh man, Double Dutch, that was so hard to watch because Michelle, like, she'd be like, check, and everyone was wrong.
Yeah.
And, like, multiple times.
And the cousins, Karishma or Kishora. I can't remember which one's which. But same thing. She was just put them. You would have done better to just blindly put them up there, and you probably would have gotten more right.
I agree. And I don't know how, like, they're like, oh, this checkered building's the museum. I'm like, A, it's not. Like, just look. It doesn't look like it. But B, like, the streets don't line up if it's that way. Like, how, what?
Exactly. Oh my gosh.
Like, have you never seen a map in your life?
Well, I thought the other funny thing, Amber just left her shade up so anyone could come over and see where she was at and see where she was putting tiles.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm sorry, I would totally look.
Oh,
I wouldn't even care.
Yeah, so I have that on here. So, like, yeah, Amber and Ricky or Caesar or whoever was like, oh, I'm going to play it nice and not look. And I'm like, why?
Who cares?
The thing about me, if I was, like, in that situation, I'd be like, I'll look, but I don't know if she has it right.
Yeah.
That would be more of a thing.
I'd be like, those are definitely not right. Yeah. I'm just telling you right now. I might help them out.
Maybe move them around.
Oh my gosh.
But we did see a few teams work together. Rod and Shane or whoever was doing it. They kind of like worked together a little bit. Like, hey, let's get this, and I think that helped both of them out.
Oh, totally.
I think that was good.
Helped them out.
Angie and Danny, they were working together, and like. They did great on both of them because it was not a physical thing. It was like all mental, it was all puzzles, all that stuff.
Straightforward. And I could not believe how well they did. They did so good.
Blew my mind.
Well, the funny thing is, to go from that plaza to the pit stop, it's a solid 30-minute walk.
Really?
Yeah. Like the plaza's here and the bridge is over here, but you have to
like zigzag
through these city blocks and whatnot. It was not close. Yeah, it's probably it's like 2.5 kilometers, but it's not like straight.
Yeah.
So
you can see what like kind of leads people had coming out of that, because
Danny and Angie take third.
Yeah.
And it didn't even look close.
If they're running few kilometers, like they had a head start on people that got stuck at that puzzle.
Well, not only the puzzle, but also the detour.
Yeah,
because they cruised through that.
Yeah,
and
it was definitely made for them to excel.
Oh yeah. So, but it was just so funny to see how oblivious people are, and and I swear, you can go on any Reddit page, any forum. Be observant of where you are. Like, look around.
Yeah.
Or I wonder if they could take one of the tiles and walk around with it.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
Okay, take this tile, walk around, or just memorize it, whatever. Yeah. Find out where that is, and then look around. Like, okay, like what else is around this?
What else is here? What can I see? Like,
yeah, it blows my mind.
Yeah, I was like losing my mind on this. I was like, how? But so Ricky and Caesar obviously took first place. They're doing great. They went second, first. Yeah. So
they're just dominating.
They're crushing it. Amber and Vinny have kind of found a stride, so they got second. And then dark horses, Angie and
Danny coming
through because there was so much puzzles, and she kept saying that too. Like, this leg was made for us. Like, Danny's great at puzzles. Blah blah blah. So. It was made for
here's the thing, like, for their downfall, I think, because there is going to be some where it gets physical, and she's going to have to do the roadblocks. Yeah. Like, because you can only do 6.
Yeah.
So if Danny's doing the first 6, that's as far as you're going, dude.
Yeah.
Unless there's something like this.
Right.
But
For sure.
So you're gonna have to.
Yeah, it's gonna have to kind of come back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So then, Juan and Shane and Rod, Letitia, like they were helping each other out. They kind of both got lost trying to find Phil, and they're like, "You go this way, we'll go this way," and like.
Well, it's kind of funny because like in that little spot, there's actually like 2 little bridges.
Yeah.
And they look really big, and it's also kind of, these bridges are kind of connected to this plaza area.
Yeah.
And so I can see how they might have gotten turned around a little bit trying to find him. So it's kind of like looking for a needle in a haystack a little bit.
Right. So Rod, Letitia gets 3rd or 4th, and then Juan and Shane come in. And I never explained it that I heard or paid attention to, but like they always have like a local guy there with Phil at the mat. This dude's wearing like 10 hats. I was like, why? Like, what's the point of this? And they never said. So if anyone's from Colombia or Medellin, like, let us know. Like, why is this dude wearing like 20 hats? I don't know.
Every man's got a lot of jobs.
I guess
he wears a lot of hats.
So then, like you said, Sonny and Busy, they get to that statue, to the roadblock.
Yeah.
And they just kind of crush it. Pass the cousins, pass Double Dutch.
Because the one who did it, I can't remember if it was Sonny or Busy, but she said she took some architecture, like agriculture?
Yeah.
Landscape architecture. And so she definitely used those 2 circles to familiarize.
That's what she said. She's like, I saw these circles on the map, and I'm like, but like no one can see this giant building with checkers on it that is on the map. Whatever.
So crazy. And so
so they crushed that. They made short work of that. And whatever cousin wasn't doing, the tall one, she was like crying. She was losing her mind, like. And like she was telling Shane, she's like, or Sean, she's like, where is the firefighters here? Are they here? Have they come? Like, and then like they come rolling up, and she's like, oh, that made me feel so much better. And then they bounce,
and then they're gone.
Yeah. So she was losing her mind. She was like, crying and everything.
Oh my gosh. So that's hilarious. Funny enough, on Instagram, they're at the CMT Awards tonight.
Oh, yeah, good for them.
Those cousins.
Great.
I don't know why they're on there, but
you know,
they made the red carpet.
When you get famous by doing The Amazing Race, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah.
So then they're there freaking out. Whichever one did it, something finally clicked, and she got it right, and they went on. And
well, I think it's so funny. Like as she's doing it before, she's like, "I'm smart. I can do this."
Yeah.
You're like giving her this pep talk, and it's like, well, you're gonna be next to last.
Yeah, for sure.
And you were there forever.
What I will say, I thought Sean was so great on that. Like he's sitting there, and he was just like so like positive and encouraging, and that was pretty cool to see. But they come in last and went home, which is not a huge surprise. And then they do some double dutch with Phil at the mat.
Got Phil doing some double dutching.
Phil crushed it. Good job.
Yeah. Took out a cameraman almost.
Yeah,
but
it's all right. But it's all right. Yeah. He was in there. He was getting it. So, yeah. So, who do you think for next week?
Oh
man, I remember the teaser, but it didn't really give away much.
No, it didn't.
Just kind of interesting. I don't know.
And are they going?
Chile.
I was gonna say Argentina, but I was like, that doesn't sound right.
No, they're going to Chile. Santiago. There's like some rock climbing stuff, and someone's leg is like shaking.
Oh man. Okay. Well, rock climbing, I do not worry about the firefighter gals.
Yeah,
they can crush that.
Yeah. Angie and Danny will do just fine.
Danny would be okay, but
if they both have to do it,
oh man, that's gonna be a struggle.
Everyone
even the cousins, I don't know how well they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Juan and Shane, they'll crush that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But who's gonna go home? Okay, if they both have to do the rock climbing, Yeah, Danny and Angie, you're done.
Yeah.
If that's just one half the detour and you can do a different one. I almost think the cousins might go home because I think they're getting a little frazzled.
Yeah, for sure.
And they're just, I don't know, the shorter of the two just does not take her time.
Mm-mm. No, she's just, let's do it.
I mean, look at the lassos. Yeah. She got through the lassos.
Yeah.
But then you had to do it again because you're not wearing a handkerchief.
Not wearing that, yeah.
And so I just don't feel like they do a very good job of paying attention to detail and being observant of their surroundings. So, yeah, it's either them or Danny and Angie.
I agree. I think it's one of those two teams 100%. I think that, like you're saying, if Angie does have to do that, it could be a problem. I think the cousins will go home. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a close one, but I think with any type of lead that Danny and Angie get for being in third is going. I think they'll be at the bottom of the pack, but that might be their saving grace.
That's a good
Where
point.
if they started off at the end,
yeah,
for sure, I think they were going. But, so
yeah, that's a good point. But who do you think wins?
Well, at the start of this, I was thinking Juan and Shane for sure. I'm less confident.
How about this leg?
This leg?
Yeah, this leg coming up.
Dude, it's hard to not go with Ricky and Caesar.
You can't bet against them right now.
Yeah.
Because they are doing so good.
I can't bet against them. I think they're probably going to win again. If not them, I think that Rod... I think...
Rod and Letitia?
Yeah, I think they might come back into it. But, yeah, Amber and Vinny found their stride, too. Some teams are doing good again. But, yeah, I think maybe Rod and Letitia might get back into this.
Top three?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think top three will be Ricky, Caesar, Rod, Letitia, and then, it's tough between Amber and Vinny and Juan and Shane. But I think maybe it might, this is what I'm saying, like Ricky, Caesar, Rod, Letitia, and then Amber, Vinny third.
Okay. I'm going to go, until proven otherwise, I'm going Ricky, Caesar, Juan, Shane, and then give me, oh man, I don't know. Give me Derek and Shalisa.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, sure.
Why not? And the only reason I say that, I just think the pilots are going to crush the rock climbing. Ricky and Caesar, they might gain some time back up on Ricky and Caesar at the rock climb. Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe the rock climbing is just like the paragliding, and they're just doing that for fun at the start to get to the clue box. I don't know.
Maybe.
A hard
well, hopefully it's not like they did this All-Stars one where they had like Survivor, Amazing Race, and whatnot. And Rupert gets to the top of the mountain in Japan. Where's the clue? It's literally right here.
Yeah.
And he slides back down because he's like, "Where's?
Can't
where's
find it."
Yeah. It's just so maybe, hopefully, whoever rock climbs up, they have to grab the clue and then come down. But who knows?
Yeah.
But so I'll give those guys my top three as of right now.
Great. Yeah. Everyone listening, let us know. Who do you think's going home? What do you think the top three will be? Are you confident in your picks for everyone that
episode 5?
Episode 5, like let us know. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you thought of this episode, and what you like, what you didn't like, and
are you guys screaming at the TV like we are?
And when are we getting an express pass or a U-turn?
Oh, I know.
Like, let's go.
Speaking of those, I kind of wish they would do a U-turn like every couple of legs.
Yeah, great.
I mean, why not?
Kind of evens the playing field for like those teams.
Because I'm telling you what, if Ricky and Caesar got U-turned, I think they still might have come in first. My God, I think they would have went through both of those.
Right?
Yeah.
Agreed.
So I would love them to actually do more U-turns.
More U-turns, yeah.
And I would love an express pass.
Maybe this one has it. Maybe the rock climbing's to get an express pass or something.
That would be cool.
I don't know.
I would love that.
It seems a little, I don't know. It seems like they got to have an express pass coming up soon.
You'd think. But they usually do tease it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Let us know. Do you want more U-turns? Do you want more express passes?
Yeah.
Because I sure do.
Me too.
So,
So
yo ho ho, that's it for this episode on the Amazing Survivors podcast with
Tron and
Tremaine. Have a great week, guys. We'll see you next week.
see ya.